It's Monday. It's morning.
And it's macabre. Welcome to Monday Morning Macabre, listeners.
Shit.
You're back. You stumbled back into our web, our little trap that we set every week.
Silly listener.
You saw a beautiful, I don't know, what's enticing to people who listen to our podcast codes?
Bright lights.
You saw the bright lights of Hollywood sign, and you said, let me get there.
He said, I want to be a star.
I want to be a star, Papa.
Hey, Papa. Mambo Italiano.
And just off the bat at the top, I've been sick for like days. When you have little kids and you get sick, it just lasts forever because you never get any rest. So if I sound like a zillion bucks, that's why.
That's a cowabummer, dude.
Yeah, if all the listeners could join hands for a moment and just send a prayer out to me, I think that'll really right this ship, because right now I am feeling like a big pile of dungarees.
Oh, no.
And nobody wants to feel like that.
Acid washed?
Dude. Shit. That's it. Scones, how's your week been, Daddy-O?
Oh, I had a great weekend.
Okay, rub it in much?
I went to a wedding in Portland, Maine.
Whoa, wicked sick. Did you see people?
So I was up in
So you saw
Stephen
Kisses
King
live?
country. I saw Kisses live, dude. I was like, oh my word. Thank God they're married.
Yeah, you do the sign of the cross as they did it, and you're like, grab your rosary beads and start.
Just in case. I know they're married, but like
you gotta,
just in case.
It's such a close, like, maybe the message hasn't gotten up there yet, so like you gotta really put on your prayer shoes.
Yeah, Portland's a cool city though. If anyone hasn't been to Portland, Maine, there's like pretty much a brewery or a kombucha place on every block. Every other car is a Subaru.
Ooh.
And a lot of people
somebody say hot cars.
Do you count Subarus as hot cars, Phil?
Foresters.
Okay, well, there were Foresters.
Oh, well, that's great, Phil. You should leave now.
I think Phil caught what you have.
I think he's come down with something. Cool.
Yeah, a lot of Patagonia gear, that kind of crap.
Have you ever had kombucha?
Yes.
What is it like?
It's not for me.
I don't know anyone it's for except for like people who do, I don't know, like yoga on the beach at like 5 a.m. I feel like
it's supposed to be good for like your gut biome, but I don't know if that's true. Everything in like the fitness or health industry, like 75% of it's a lie. That's just marketing.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if it's real, but
it's like Christmas.
Yeah. It's pretty much like Christmas.
It's the Christmas of industry.
It's pretty much the Christmas industry.
Yeah.
Which is already full speed ahead, dude. I was in a store the other day and there was like Christmas trees and shit already.
That's so fucked up. It's not even Halloween, Daddy-O. Which, speaking of, send in your submissions, gang.
Yeah, we will be giving you the Halloween Spooktacular, the end of season 3.
1 week from today. It's really nice that Halloween's on a Monday this year, gang.
And then we'll either be starting season 4 or retire in glory.
Yeah. And you better call Glory up because she might not know yet.
Hey-o.
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 So today, Scones, I will be presenting you with my spooky findings.
Good. You're the sick one. You should be doing
I'm sick, so I should be talking more. Luckily, because I'm sick, I didn't have to do a lot of work because a certain Ryan Benson sent us in a little all that's interesting article that I got pulled up here that I'm gonna present to your
listener
ears.
Suggestion, Patreon member.
Patreon member. Today we're gonna talk, Scony, about something you know a lot about.
Yes.
It's the story.
Yes.
It's a story of Dolly Oesterreich, the woman who kept her secret lover in the attic for years.
Oh man, if I had a nickel.
If you had a nickel for every.
Is this a story about me?
Did they find out my name, my real name? Scones' real name, Dolly Oesterreich.
No. I'm the. Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, where are you going?
I thought I was in the attic.
Oh, I thought you were keeping lovers in the attic.
No.
I guess it makes more sense for you to be in the attic.
Lovers in the Attic sounds like a romantic novel.
That ends sadly.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Like Flowers for Algernon.
Oh no.
Yo, let's just read Flowers. That's season 4.
Let's read Tuesdays with Maury.
Okay, so La Band.
Wait, hold on. Yeah,
All right.
okay.
Yeah, whoa,
I thought you were gonna
chill,
skip ahead of the
chill,
band.
baby. I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. Hey, band, can you play us in?
Slick the hair
Can
back,
you slick your hair
please.
back? And your Dilly's fly. Your Will Dillardson's fly. Okay,
Your
thank
Dill Willingers.
Yo, Danger Dill Willinger. All right, and we're back.
Is that a person, Dill Willinger?
No, you're thinking of like John Dillinger.
No. Hold on.
No, I
search Dill
think
Willinger.
I'm pretty sure you're thinking of John Dillinger, not
Dill Willinger looks amazing.
Okay. So, Story of Dolly Oesterreich, the woman who kept her secret lover in the attic for years, by Erin Kelly, checked by Katie Serena. Despite having one husband and 2 boyfriends, Dolly Oesterreich continued to keep her secret lover hidden in her attic. Classic. This is what America's come to.
Finally.
Finally somebody. All right.
This is how you overthrow the patriarchy.
I'm not even going to say amen because that's too close.
Oh, true.
Hey.
Hey.
The 1920s murder and love triangle that involved Dolly Oesterreich is strange and sordid even by today's standards. Now this list Scony.
I like that today's standards would somehow hint that this is okay.
Yeah, this is like no yeah. This is a crazy first name, but Dolly's first name was Wahlberga.
Oh, that's how you
Which
become
is
a crazy person.
That's like Wahlburgers. Like your name is Wahlburgers.
Hey, I'm a Wahlberger.
Wahlberga Dolly Oesterreich, kid.
She's from Somerville.
Yeah, yeah, if she was from Somerville, she'd be called like Wahlberga Duncan Oesterreich. So Wahlberga Oesterreich, a.k.a. Dolly, was a housewife in her early 30s, married to the owner of a Milwaukee apron factory. Fred
That's sick.
Yeah,
that's my goal for my early 30s.
Dude,
They're
honestly,
coming up fast and ooh-wee.
Why does Milwaukee Apron Factory sound like one of those like Urban Dictionary like sex acts?
What'd you guys do? All right, well, we're a little
We did
weird.
a Milwaukee Apron Factory.
So she keeps me in the attic.
So Fred Oesterreich was a successful and worked. Wow. Fred Oesterreich was.
What did you just say?
My brain fog is on a whole nother level.
Yeah, so be patient, listener.
Yeah,
Darcy's out here putting it on the line.
I put it on for my city. On for my. I put on. Fred Oesterreich was successful and worked long hours, but Dolly had needs, and Fred was either too busy or too drunk to meet them, which is what a opener.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh my.
I do not.
Good heavens.
Good heavens.
She has a need for a
Her speed.
Milwaukee apron factory.
One warm autumn day.
We're sex positive on this podcast.
Yo. One more. Yowzers, dude.
Cow a bummer.
One warm autumn day in 1913, Dolly found that her sewing machine wasn't working. She called Fred to vent her frustration, and he promised to send over a repairman. The young man that showed up to fix it was 17-year-old Otto Sanhuber. Dolly must have figured that Fred would send Otto over because she knew the teenager worked for Fred at the factory. When Otto arrived, he was met by the alluring Dolly, wearing only a robe and stockings. Thus began a bizarre affair that would last a decade. Now, I don't know why that's so unusual, because whenever I call over my mechanics, that's the same outfit, and I've not had a single affair. So,
this is what you want us to think. This is a really good. What you're doing right now.
yeah,
is how you keep it a secret.
Oh, you're right. Shut up. They can hear you. At first,
he's up there banging on the attic door.
Hey. At first, Dolly and Otto conducted their relationship in the usual secretive manner, meeting in hotels to continue their relationship. After a while, meeting outside the home became burdensome, and the two began having sex in the Oesterreich's bed. Soon, though, nosy neighbors began asking about the man who'd been hanging around. Dolly told him he was her, quote, vagabond half-brother. After, which is, okay, hey, that's,
Hey.
hey.
Who am I to judge?
After realizing they were drawing attention to themselves, Dolly decided that Otto should take up residence in the attic of the Oesterreich home. That way,
Wait, sorry, what year is this?
This is 1913.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I feel like a stranger who's a man leaving a married woman's house is punishable by death.
Yeah.
Probably for the woman. The man, I bet, will be fine.
Yeah, right, exactly. The man would be like, she's a succubus, and they'd be like,
yeah.
well,
a witchcraft.
Right into the furnace with you, toots, and then they kick her down a well. And everyone's like, wait, you said furnace. He's like, it just sounded better than well.
You don't know how engineering works.
Yeah,
Who was wrong?
It was a crazy time. So
that actually is not a bad idea. You put the furnace in the well, so it boils the water, so it's safe to drink.
Oh, and that way you got yourself like not only a kill box, but also a sweet jacuzzi.
Some engineers could be like, there's 100 reasons why that wouldn't work. And I'm like, nope.
Dude, if we get a message from any engineer, I'm blocking up.
I mean, we got SpaceX boys who are
That's
listeners.
true. Hey,
they might be like, that was stupid.
The SpaceX boys.
I don't believe you.
I'd be like, if you think what we're saying is scientifically accurate, then you a big.
We're dumb? How come you're not living on Mars yet, huh?
Yeah, we're the dumb ones. Your husband, or whatever Elon is like out here running amok.
He's their husband.
Yeah.
When you just work for SpaceX, you have to sign a marriage certificate.
Yeah, exactly. You become married, and then he just walks by and goes, "Ah," and you're like, "Oh, Elon is so cute."
Oh, this is why he has so many kids.
This is why he's got
employees.
Anyway, so after realizing they're drawing attention to themselves, Dolly decided that Otto should take up residence in the attic of the Oesterreich home. You know, the natural progression of logical thought.
Yeah.
That way,
you move in. It's the next step in a relationship.
Right. He'd never be spotted coming or going. Otto quit his job at the factory, and having virtually...
Otto is fucking thirsty, dude.
Yeah, I was going to say, dude, you're 17. You got like...
Otto's down bad.
Otto quit his job at the factory, and having virtually no family, began to spend all his time, not spent with Dolly, in his hideaway within
now
the
it's
house.
a sad... Never mind. Otto's not down bad. He probably has a lot of issues.
Well, he's living in 1913, so like... Woof. So like
either that or off to the Great War.
Exactly. But this new arrangement meant that Otto could never leave the attic, or prying eyes would notice. He remained sequestered there and worked on writing pulp fiction stories that he'd hoped to have published.
That's sick.
Which is pretty dope.
Yeah.
This is basically Stephen King's life, honestly.
Yeah, probably. He was probably in like fucking...
He just sat in an office and like was like, let me be spooky. And his wife was like, okay.
He has a bunch of cocaine. And she brought it to him on a little platter.
Honestly, probably still accurate to this story.
He was like, my book is 10,000 pages long. The ending
is bad.
I was coming down off the cocaine.
The Los Angeles Times reported, at night he read mysteries by candlelight and wrote stories of adventure and lust. By day, he made love to Dolly Oesterreich, helped her keep her house, and made bathtub gin. Honestly...
All right, maybe I was wrong.
Yeah,
maybe this is sick.
Maybe you're the one down bad, dude. I think Otto's figured it out.
I'm down bad because I'm not living the fucking attic life.
Dude, just a couple of attic daddies, dude. Man, oh man.
Dude. How many girls that you think, or how many women or men listening right now wish they had an attic daddy?
99 out of 99. Atticdaddies.org.
Get yourself an attic daddy out there, everyone.
Just tweet out hashtag atticdaddies. We should put that on a shirt. For 5 years, Dolly and Otto carried on this odd relationship. With Otto excuse me. Well, let me get a sip of my brew. Okay. For 5 years...
Are you drinking a hot toddy right now?
Oh, I should be.
Yeah. That's how you cure
anything.
What ails you.
For 5 years, Dolly and Otto carried on this odd relationship, with Otto living in the cramped attic. So when Fred informed Dolly in 1918 that he thought they should sell the house and move to Los Angeles, things could have gotten complicated.
Ooh, wow.
Instead, this sounds like a sitcom, like where it just like pans up to him in the attic and he's like, "Hoo, me." Instead, Dolly found a house overlooking Sunset Boulevard with an attic and sent Otto there early. So he real enterprising young lady. So he'd be waiting for her when she arrived. So pretty sick. And life continues.
What a sad story this is for the husband.
Fred, yeah, he's like,
I hope at some point you're like, and he was an awful person.
Well, I guess he was drunk a lot, so that's like,
right, but also, that's a sliding scale because
I know, yeah.
Isn't she making like bathtub gin with her?
That's a good point.
Lover?
So life continues on in the exact same way it had been for 4 more years until August 20.
Whoa! 4
right?
years?
Yeah, dude. They were. I mean, this has been going on for like.
Otto's a fucking addict, daddy.
Well,
dude.
listen. For the first house, Otto was there for 5 years. Then they moved to L.A. and he's there for 4 more years. So he's almost there for a decade.
9 years of your life.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He was almost out of his 20s. Like.
Jesus.
So, it had been 4 more years.
What? That's like formative parts of your adulthood that
that you spent in an
attic.
Like ripping comic books.
What an addict daddy.
Yeah,
dude.
he went from an addict young man to an addict daddy in the span of 9 years that he lived there.
Is he looking like a ghoul at this point from just being in an like he doesn't have any vitamin D or exercise?
Dude,
or like...
you don't need vitamin D when you're a capital D daddy in the attic. That's the way it goes. So, life goes on the exact same way.
And life goes on.
Life goes on. So until August 22nd, 1922, when Otto overheard Dolly and Fred fighting from his attic abode. He burst into the room where the Oesterreichs were quarreling. He was brandishing 2 pistols. So think of how fucking crazy. like, if you're Fred, you're like, what the fuck is this? This dude busts the door open, just whipping 2 pistols around.
Not only does Attic Daddy make gin with you and sleep with you, he also protects you.
Yeah, he's a certified.
He's fucking armed to the teeth up there, apparently.
Yeah, this is
Do you think he's had those pistols all 9 years?
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
He's like, one of these days.
Was she like, did she give him the pistols? Why did she give him 2? Why didn't she say, here's a pistol? She was like, you need a dual wield, bro.
Save me or use on yourself. Whatever the attic makes you do.
Imagine how confused you'd be as Fred if he shot him, if Otto shot himself, and you just find a man with 2 pistols who's been writing a bunch of pulp fiction in your attic. That'd be so crazy.
Yeah. I mean, just as crazy as what actually happened, but yes, very crazy.
Yeah, that's true. But imagine that way. This is my new version. Fred.
Oh man, some fucking Pulp Fiction author coming down to hold me up.
So
with 2 guns.
So he pulls out his guns. He brandishes pistols, and Fred recognizes Otto from the factory and becomes exceedingly angry. The 2 men struggled, and the guns went off. Fred was shot, and Otto and Dolly panicked. Otto locked Dolly in a closet from the outside, taking the key and the guns with him to the attic. He knew neighbors.
He goes back to the attic. Yeah, he's like, nothing. No one can hurt me up there.
He's like, everything is the same. Nothing is different. He knew neighbors would report the gunshots, and this way Dolly would have an alibi. She couldn't have shot her husband while locked away. So
yeah.
That happens. So when the police arrived, Dolly indeed told them of a burglary where the robber shot Fred, took some expensive belongings, and then locked her in a closet before fleeing. The police were somewhat wary of the story, but couldn't prove that it wasn't true, so they released her. Now that Dolly Oesterreich was a widow, she moved into a new house and continued on with her life. One would assume that she and Otto could eventually bring their relationship into the open, allowing Otto to have a normal life. But instead, when Dolly moved in, her voluntary live-in sex slave took up residence in her attic again. So,
dude, once an addict daddy, always an addict daddy.
So Otto Sanhuber had managed to get a few pulp stories published, and with this money, plus a few nickels and dimes here and there from Dolly, he purchased a typewriter to keep writing. All while Dolly managed to get herself a new lover, lawyer Herman S. Shapiro.
Wait, they can't just be together? He has to be
It's
in the
absurd. It's so ridiculous.
Oh god, these are some sick people.
Yeah, they've got issues. But like Dolly's first husband, Shapiro spent long hours away due to his profession. Enter Roy Klum, another lover to keep Dolly occupied. Though her
Wait, what?
this Dolly.
So there's a okay. So hold on.
we got
Otto in the attic.
We got
then
Otto
she
in the
has
attic.
a husband who
Shapiro.
leaves to go to work, Shapiro, and then
we don't know if it's a husband. Technically, we know it's a lover.
or sorry, and then a third man is now.
A third man is now
in the
another.
mix?
So now it's a love triangle between the two
Dolly, you
lovers.
fucking dog.
So
Fucking Wahlberg over here.
So Roy Klum, another lover to keep Dolly occupied, though her use of Klum might have been to help her get rid of the guns used to shoot Fred. Dolly persuaded him to ditch a gun for her, saying it resembled the burglar's gun and she didn't want to get in trouble, which is like, you're not like, this is really suspicious. Like, I'd be very concerned. So Klum tossed it in the La Brea tar pits. She then sweet-talked a neighbor into burying the other gun in his yard. So, what the fuck? Why couldn't she just toss the guns, A? Anyway.
Yeah, she seems like a self-starter.
Right. So when Dolly eventually broke up with Klum a while later, he went to the police with the story. The gun was pulled from the tar pits and Dolly was taken into custody.
The gun was just pulled from tar pits? How does that?
Well,
how?
I guess in my head as well as your head, these are like active bubbling tar pits, but it's totally possible that's just the name and they're just like ditches.
Okay. I picture it's like...
Yeah, I picture like dinosaurs are falling into them and like turning...
Yeah.
Okay.
If a dinosaur can't get out of that, how are they getting a gun out?
Right. Dinosaurs are wicked strong, dude.
Yeah, they're huge.
So her neighbor digs up the other gun and takes it to the cops, but neither weapon could be tied to Dolly because the guns had been corroded. Uh-oh. So, with Dolly awaiting trial in jail, she pleaded with Shapiro to buy groceries for Sanhuber and tap on the ceiling of the bedroom closet to let him know he should come out. She also tried to tell Shapiro that the attic-bound Sanhuber was her vagabond brother. But starved for conversation with another male, Sanhuber spilled the truth to Shapiro about the nature of his and Dolly's relationship. Shapiro essentially told... Dude, that would be a sick podcast.
Yeah, it would.
You know, that would get him all the downloads. Shapiro essentially told Sanhuber to get lost and got Dolly released on bail. Apparently, the fact that she kept a man in the attic was not a deal-breaker, as the lawyer promptly moved in with her. All charges against Dolly Oesterreich were dropped. That is, until 7 years later when things became irreparable between Dolly and Shapiro. He moved out and told police what he'd gathered of the crime against Fred Oesterreich. Warrants were, again, issued for Dolly, at this time Sanhuber as well. A jury found Sanhuber guilty of manslaughter even after his defense stated that Dolly had enslaved him. The trial became known as the Batman case, since Sanhuber had been kept in a secluded cave-like attic.
Oh, they blew it, dude. Attic Daddy was there.
Yeah, they had Attic Daddy. They didn't use it. Dumb. You dumb.
Dummies. You dumb, stupid idiots.
It took over 100 years for us to come up with it. Like,
Easy peasy. It took us like all of 10 minutes.
Yeah, really stupid. Nevertheless, the statute of limitations on the manslaughter had run out. Sanhuber was a free man. Dolly Oesterreich went to trial on a conspiracy charge, but also walked free after a hung jury. The indictment was eventually dropped in 1936. She died in 1961 at age 80. Hopefully having learned a thing or two about relationships.
Yeah, right, dude. She was probably 80 and had like four like 21-year-old guys in the attic or something.
I was going to say, imagine like the nursing home she was in. There were probably like guys in her like all over the apartment.
Oh, gosh.
Ay. So... Well, that's the hot and heavy Monday Morning Macabre for you, gang.
That was hot.
That was heavy. It was hot. It was heavy. There was addicts. There was daddies. What else do you need? What else do you want? You know?
I can't think of a goddamn thing.
I can't think of one goddamn thing you need. Actually, here's a thing you need. You need to go to our... first of all, you need to rate the podcast. Ideally 5 stars. If not, okay. Go to social media, Monday Morning Macabre on Instagram, MMMacabrePod on Twitter, and send us in your votes for episodes of the year, top 5.
Yeah, these ones. This is like the the kind of like No Man's Land episode that's too late to receive voting for
Right.
season 3, but too early for season 4.
Yeah, it gets lost in the abyss, in the void. And then check out MondayMorningMacabre.com. You can also contact us on our contact form there. And tell your friends, join the Patreon. We got a bunch of content there. And besides that, guys, have a beautiful Monday. And I'm going to go take Dayquil.
If you're an addict daddy, improve your self-worth. You're better than that. Like,
Yeah.
you don't gotta do that.
You don't got to do that. You could be a basement mommy. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not feeling great. So, whatever. Later.
Goodbye.
Bye.